All right, have I started the stream? I think I did. Let me check. Adio playing as the Chinese, RebelAntelope playing as the Saracens. Okay. I'm just going to double check my stream. Make sure it's streaming. Yep, it's streaming. This is a cool map. I just played my set. I lost. Surprise, surprise. I played really, really well, though. Chinese is an interesting pick here. Saracens is an interesting pick here. This map, you don't have to play water that much. I played as the Tatars. I think that was a really good pick. Like, you really need to play fishing. I don't know if playing water is that important on this map. It's not the end of the world if you don't go heavy water. RebelAntelope is in the mix. Hang on, let me just get myself situated a little bit better. I don't know these players. I don't know them very much at all, other than I looked up their elos, and they're both 1450 for Adio and 1567 for RebelAntelope. RebelAntelope is in the blue, Adio is in the red. Good scouting. I'm going to keep the scouting Fog of War on for a little bit. See what they see here. Adio scouting with their old herdables. Good old day old coffee turned into iced coffee. Oysters. I didn't notice there was oysters on this map. I guess that's a thing. I did not notice in my set that there was oysters. I didn't notice in any other set that there was oysters. Interesting. Red is gonna bring this boar somewhere. I'm gonna keep this on. I want to see what they see though. So they don't know this TC is here actually. They can kind of guess based on where that house is or that hut. And blue has no idea. Blue is in the dark. Yeah, blue's completely in the dark. So Nomad is very important to like learn kind of when everyone is everywhere. Hang on, I'm just rearranging some stuff here. You know, Windows is really good at being able to do multiple windows. And I don't use it enough. You know what it is? OBS can't do like multiple windows. OBS stinks. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I have 2 screens on my computer, and I feel like I need like 6. I feel like 2 is not enough. Like, I just want more. Okay, I just want to be able to see my Twitch chat. I don't know if this is going to be the most popular set, just because these guys aren't the most popular players in the community. No, you know, no shade on them or anything. I'll speed up through Dark Age a little bit. This is actually a rec. They're currently still playing, so I'm gonna try to catch up to live time as fast as I can. And if you practice this map a little bit, you're pretty much always right directly across from each other. Adio is the Chinese. I mean, Chinese I kind of favor in every matchup, but it is a little bit trickier. Adio has 2 minutes and 11 seconds of idle TC time, which is something that you don't want to do if you're playing any Civ. But Chinese, it's like you really have to get the start correct, and if you don't, it's gonna be very tricky. And so I think that maybe don't pick the Chinese unless you can get that start right. That's my opinion on it. Now, of course, because it's Nomad start, you know, timing is going to be a little bit later for everything. It's Nomad start, and it's you know, you have to build a dock because there's water. Double dock going up for our Saracen play. Do Saracens have any fish, any water bonuses? They do. Galley line attacks 25% faster. They have a transport ship bonus, which doesn't really matter. So the galley line is what you want to go with if you are the Saracens. Now, the Chinese definitely have some bonuses here. The technology bonuses are all great. And then they have a fire ships move faster bonus. And a couple of galleys out, so this is first map. This is like get the nerves out, do what you can. I'll wait till there's an actual fight to go to, like, you know, normal speed, I guess. A lot of villagers for Adio. Adio, like, started still with 318 idle TC. They're up 7 villagers, though. You'd think with that much idle TC that they wouldn't be up that many villagers, but... And we got a fight. Let's go normal speed. Now, 2 docks for Red. Red is just building fishing ships, so this could be really bad for them. They're going to lose all these fishing ships. Three galleys here. And they're trying to get a nice, like, little wall up here. They just got the feudal age. I'm a big fan of the new Hulk. That's my favorite ship. I like blue not over-investing. That's pretty darn good. Blue is the higher elo of the two, so they might be more experienced on a water map. And fire galley, 1 fire galley is coming out for Red. But, like, if you're gonna make that many fish, like, you have to be prepared to defend them. Otherwise, you have to stop and you don't go 2 docks. So look at that. This map is like, if you lose water, it's not the end of the world. There's enough land to play around with. I said earlier today I lost water, and I still ended up winning. And blue's not adding a ton of fishing ships, even though they seem to have won the fish. They did add a couple of scouts. And we have a spear on defense. And the scouts are running around a little bit. The fire galleys are coming out. Fire galleys probably will win this, depending on the micro for blue. And blue's just trying to snipe fish. That's actually really, really smart for blue. You're going to lose this to the fire galleys, so you might as well try to kill as many fish as you can. They got 2 extra fish out of that. They're going to lose their fire galleys. And blue in the middle, going for the hunt in the middle. That's actually pretty nice. Let's speed up a little bit here. I want to catch up to the live games as soon as I can. And we're going on stone. Blue's going on stone. Just 1 villager on stone right now. Bid axe coming in for red. And red actually fought off blue on the water. And there's some hulks here. So a good water battle. A good water battle, actually. And they're both going to keep some of their fishing alive, but they're still creating on water. At least blue is. Blue has 3 hulks. But red keeping the fish. Adding a third dock for red, actually. So red really wants to win water. And more fire galleys coming out. This might be a good map, like now that I'm looking at it. Maybe a good map to kind of sneak a dock. Like maybe not all the way, but like halfway to your opponent. So you can make yourself earlier. And red fought off the Hulks. Now red's going back to the seesaw here. Only one on stone is interesting for blue. Blue is going for forward siege, though. Let's see what they're going to make out of it. Forward siege, they have a couple of knights as well. And Mangonel's coming out. So pretty good play from blue here. And a market going up for red. So red hasn't even clicked up yet. That's going to be... they just clicked up now. They just... let me turn market events on, maybe. Yeah, they bought 600 food for 995 gold. And I'll go regular speed. And there's still some fishing ships that red can kill. I think blue might not try to fight this back. They do have some Hulks here. I'm curious if these get in a fight, who actually wins, the Hulk or the fishing ships, or the fire ships. Fire ships are supposed to win, I think, in the rock paper scissors. Now I don't remember. I knew this the other day. Really good pressure from blue. Blue's gonna kill a bunch of red villagers. Red's at 45 vills. Second TC also up for blue. Yeah, blue is in control of this game right now. And the Hulks are actually killing the fire ship pretty well. Yeah, they have a +1 versus fire ship. So the Hulks are the rock, and the fire ships are the scissors in that situation. And I don't see this ending well for red right now. Red's in a lot of trouble. Red does not have the army. Red is not in Castle Age. Red tried to go too far into water. They built that third dock. And these knights, they can just dive underneath that town center. I need to change one thing here. I have greater than. I need it to be less than. Wait a second. Less. Wait. Which one's less than? Less than 650. Yeah, that's right. Red actually got a castle on blue. Your castles are so strong, especially at like lower levels. Blue's gonna get a castle up on defense. This castle does have the hill bonus. This map is all about elevation. In the hill bonus. You have a lot of stone. Not a lot of villagers, like 40 villagers. And 15 of those are fishing ships. It's actually a tough position for blue here. And red quits. Good on red. Good on red. Because they could have held out, actually. All right, that's game one. I'm going to go ahead and get game two going. Give me one sec. So game 1 was Unstranded. Game 2 is on Nomad. I think game 1 could have gone either direction. It's tough. It's really tough with Nomad to make the decision of how hard to go on water and how hard not to go on water. Like, you need to play water, but if you overinvest, it can be a problem. If you underinvest, it can be a problem. Like, it just can be a problem, you know? Really as simple as that. Let me get into replays. All right, game 2. Game 2 is starting now. All right, so this is Nomad. So Nomad should be familiar to everyone here. Let me just put something in the Discord about this game starting. All right, anyone watching? Thanks for watching. I know these guys aren't always the biggest draw. The low elo bracket. Is this, hang on, now I'm confusing myself. Is this saying less than 1650? Yeah, less than 1650. Okay, that should make sense. Less than 1650. Oysters on Nomad, man. They're just changing everything on us, huh? They just can't keep anything alone. Like, they just need everything to be different. I don't hate it. Like, it's fine. I don't have a problem with it. I just want to check one more thing. Check. Like, it is what it is, you know? Okay. That's fine. What's up, David810? I'll never forget when I saw you send that message to T90 saying, don't watch this on YouTube, you watched it on Twitch. I was like, what the heck? And then I sent it to you later. It was fun. So this is a rec, so they're playing now still. I'm going to try to speed through Dark Age a little bit here. Get it live time. 3 seconds of idle TC time for each of them. Hindustanis versus Franks. I like the Hindustanis in that matchup. Adio is playing as the Franks in the red. RebelAntelope is playing as the other guys. I'm going to change, see what they see. Blue does not see red. Red does not see blue. We'll see when that changes. This is a low elo bracket for a, it's a weekend tournament actually for console players. So it goes today, there's a set in the morning, a set in the afternoon, and then tomorrow there's a set in the morning, and set in the finals are in the afternoon. So it should be kind of fun. A lot of players signed up for it. Yeah. Good old T90's chat. I wish T90's chat was in here right now. I wouldn't mind having 2K viewers, you know? Yeah, this is a console only kind of thing. It has a small prize pool, like less than $100. But we have a lot of streamers actually. If you like scroll through, like SoloGhost is streaming right now. I think there's a couple other people on and off today have been streaming. So should get some decent coverage. This is like one of the low elo brackets. I was in the, it's not low elo, like 1650 is kind of the cutoff on it. Hang on, let's see. Red still hasn't found blue. Like 1650 is pretty much like top 100 player or so. And You know, so these guys are 1450 and 1570. So they're like, you know, solid top 200, maybe 150 to 250, some range. There we go. Blue finally will have found red. Let's see if red's going to find blue at any time. So last game, red went a little too hard in the fishing and not enough on land. Really accurate timing. You can tell, like, players play Nomad a lot just because they, like, have exact same timing on something like that. You know? Like, that's not normal. Red has not found blue yet. I'm thinking both these guys are just going to fast castle and... Now, actually, I don't think so, because neither one has gold. You can actually get these oysters with your fishing ships, which is like a totally different play. Like, have to really, like, decide how to do that. Red was just over here. All right, let's go to... Red found blue's dock. And this is like a landlocked Nomad. Nomad's weird that sometimes it's landlocked and sometimes it's not. Stable coming up from red. I'll go to regular speed once I see a fight. Stable coming up for red. Scouts coming out for red. So red wants to do some damage. It looks like blue wants to fast castle here. They're not making any fish. I mean, not making any not making any fish, but not making any navy. All right, red moving in. Playing as the Franks, wants to get some damage. Let's see. And there's the first attack. We're going to go to regular speed. These oysters need to be gotten, though. It's like... Actually, having your dock right next to the oyster is probably really super efficient gold. That changes everything. The fishing ship just out there doing nothing. Oh, that's from red. So red actually sent the fishing ship to scout all the way around. David, you ever watch my YouTube? It's Fast Castle and Chill. Hang on, I'll put it in the thing. That's one of the reasons I'm streaming this now is to hey Lamchara. They attacked with war galleys last game. That's my the link to my YouTube. Oh, nice, David. Sweet. I hope you enjoy it. I just put out a video on the Mapuche douche, using the Mapuche and attacking in Dark Age. I think it's one of my better videos. I think it's one of my better concepts. The video itself is fine. Red getting some damage here. No actual kills yet, but has caused blue to retreat several times. I definitely like Hindustanis in this matchup, though. Schmelly Fots. Antelope's up. I'm gonna... this is game number 2. So, it's a best of 5. So, we have at least 2 games to go. And red getting some decent damage here. And Castle's in for blue. Let's see what blue's going to go for. Yeah, I'm going to put this all up on YouTube eventually. So I'm trying to make sure I get all the games. I don't want to just jump in to where you guys were. But I'm speeding through it, so I'm trying to catch up to live time here. And Vil count, I mean, eco count for Franks is a little bit higher, 44 to 37. I think the ILTC for Antelope here is built up a little bit. Some fishing, some, what are these, hulks? These hulks? Dude, hulks are so cool. Hulks are cool, but red's actually not really fighting. Red's got a fire galley. But Hulk should beat a fire galley. They have a bonus against fire ships. Haven't really seen yeah, don't worry about Antelope. We'll catch up. We'll get you in live time soon. And we got a forward castle from Red. Look at this. Forward castle from Red, second TC from Red as well. And that's a pretty tough castle. I'm curious if Blue sees that. Oh my god, I can't click anything right. Oh, Blue sees it all right. Not worried about it. Not reacting to it in any way other than building a gate that the villager immediately gets killed. So they are looking somewhere else, obviously. Why does this say fog mode? Why is it stuck here? What the hell? There we go. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Red looks like they're in control of this game. But once the camels come out, though, we're going to see throwing axemen. Throwing axemen should do pretty well against camels. That's like the tough thing about going up against the Franks is if they don't go full cav, it can be really tricky to actually like counter them, because if they have the throwing axemen and they go like lean more into there, it does make your counters a little bit more vulnerable. And they buffed the throwing axemen recently. I forget what the exact buff was, but I think they gave him like more damage or something. Second TC for Blue going up as well. And these camels are trying to come in to stop these villagers. Villagers are actually coming in for a second castle. Adio. Adio wants to get a second castle right on the TC. They're placing it in range, though. They're going to have to delete that. That's not going to... Is that going to go up? Oh, no. The TC is... this villager looks like they're in range, but maybe they're not. Like, they're, like, right on the border there. Maybe, like... Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. This castle looks like it's going to go up. I don't think that castle is going to not go up. And that's rough. This is every Nomad game I've ever played. Pretty much. They come right at you with castles, and then another castle, and then another castle, until you win or you lose. Yeah, he made the camels when he saw the cav. And then when the castle went up, the cav were pretty much forgotten about. There's still a handful of them, but it was a throwing axeman going out. So that's like the tough thing with the Franks. Like when the throwing axemen are strong, it's tough to deal with them. And there's a lot of them out there now. Like before the buff, I never saw castle drop throwing axemen like ever for Franks. Like it just didn't happen. Yeah, there was some knights out there, so going camels makes a lot. That's why I said I like the Hindustanis. So good on Adio for changing it up a bit. Puts a lot of pressure on it. I like this the armored elephants. They should be able to work this down. The throwing axemen can definitely kill them, though. It's just a matter of timing here. The axemen are out of position. The axemen should clean up these armored elephants before they kill the castle, though, I think. Yep, and they do. And the castle's getting repaired, too, so this is looking like it's snowballing for Red here. Yeah, it's looking very snowbally here. Blue's using the market, trying to get some gold. But I don't see a good answer for Blue. They're going to go for another town center over here. I like this. I really want to see someone getting the oysters. Does anyone getting oysters? I mean, come on, they're right here. They get to tell the fishing ships to get them, but like I want to see them getting the oysters. And the armored elephant is chasing the mangonel. Armored elephant actually, do they get any bonus against other siege? They don't get bonus against siege, but they... Oh yeah, they do. They have 25 attack against siege. So yeah, armored elephant should do really well against the siege there. But this castle's fully repaired almost. It's at 3,000. It was down to like 1,500 or something, or less. And some red villagers over here. What are these guys doing? What are they doing over here? Another castle drop. Dude, this is just Nomad. This is why when you play Nomad and you go against the Franks or the Spanish, or the Koreans. At least Koreans mix it up with towers, but it's just castle, 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 castle. And it's a good strat. I mean, you know, it's a popular strat because it works. But we're talking almost double the eco. Yeah, you got to call it there. Good job. I'll take a quick look through the stats. I love seeing APM. That's my favorite. 5 and 4. Military. Eco APM was actually a lot higher because there's a lot more eco to control there. Let me find the next game, and then I think that's going to get us one game away from real time, if I'm not mistaken. So game 2 was on Nomad. Let's give that win to Adio. Good work, Adio. And then the next game is on Mired. All right, got it in there. All right, this is game number 3, Adio versus RebelAntelope. Let's get some vision here. Mired it's a difficult map to play. You have all these boar in the middle that you have to get, okay? Your TC, you just want to put it near the middle so you can get the boar. Your enemy is trying to steal your boars. You're trying to steal their boars. The beginning of Mired is just absolutely intense. So and you start with the hunted course, so immediately you're thinking of just going over to, you know, find your enemy, see where they're at. I'm going to keep the Fog of War on. I want to see if red. So this is what red sees. This is what blue sees. So neither one actually sees the other TC yet. They will. Dude, boar stealing. I remember I was playing Old Peanuts and he kept stealing my boar. And I was just like, dude, come on, man. It's like, you're already better than me. You know, do I really have to deal with your boar stealing? All right, so blue still... Oh, blue almost saw red. Does red see blue? Red does not see blue yet. So right now, nothing. Dude, I'll be honest. I don't think I'm low elo, and I lose to Spanish conks and castle drops every time. Like, I just can't beat it. I don't know. I don't know how to beat it. I've tried a handful of things. I lost to it today. I would be in the next round. I would probably not be casting right now. I'd probably be playing right now. if I knew how to beat the Spanish. I can't believe these guys haven't found each other yet. Like, they've come very close. They've come very close. I'm going to put an update in the Discord real quick. Alright, so blue finally sees red. Red still doesn't see blue. Like, that's a real problem. Let's get through a little dark age here. Looks like my stream might be disconnecting. Hold on. Okay, I guess it reconnected. I don't know why it's disconnecting sometimes. Red still somehow doesn't see blue. Okay, there he goes. Now he sees it. Now he knows. And red is stealing some boars. Blue is trying desperately not to let these boars get stolen here. Yeah, I wish there was like a boar count on the bottom here somehow. Adio with a little bit more idle TC. That's probably going to be a problem. But only one villager difference, though. One villager did die for RebelAntelope for blue here. So less idle TC, but did lose a villager, so. What is that? 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. And Feudal Age should be coming in pretty soon. Adio just clicked up. Antelope just needs a building, it looks like. Yeah, they just didn't have a mill. That is a problem with this map, is you don't build your mill very quickly. And then the wood lines are all wrecked. Like, these villagers are just confused. They don't know where to go. Peanuts has told me that sometimes he plays like the best player in the world, and sometimes he plays like a noob. And when he plays against me, he's the best player in the world. I'll tell you that much. I don't know about this noob business, but I have seen a few of his games where it's not that great. And this horse goes down. First blood. The horse counts as a economic unit, by the way. And we have stable up for red as the Turks, and we have a archery range up for blue. And a blacksmith going up for blue. As soon as there's a fight, I'm going to go to regular speed. I'm on double speed now just to try to catch up. When the next game starts, we can get in on it. And some spears and archers coming out. I like this combo from Antelope. Turks and Byzantines, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned their civs, but Turks and Byzantines. Turks for Adio in the red. Byzantines for RebelAntelope. Oh, there's a fight. For RebelAntelope in the blue. And these villagers are very exposed here. Really good scouting from blue. Blue saw that. These soldiers are running away. They're going to have to, yeah, zig and zag a little bit. And a lot of idle time. 2 scouts in this stable. But it looks like Adio is kind of more focused on running these villas away. And I mean, that's really good archery work right there. And the spears on defense. I mean, really, this is actually like not as easy to do as it looks on a controller, especially. I mean, the spears are guarding from the scouts, and then the archers are killing vills, killing red vills. Red just ran like everywhere with this villager. Waste some of Blue's time from getting that kill too early. And this villa finally is going to go down. Finally has nowhere to run. And that villa has been running for her life for a while. But she bought her people some time. These scouts are here. They're not getting any value really for red. Red's down 4 villagers. Blue's down 1 villager. And blue is up, but the idle TC time behind all that, 6 minutes. For Adio, a lot of idle TC time. A lot of disruption, a lot of not focused on building villagers. Also, I mean, a very dangerous mill out here with a lot of villagers. 8 villagers around there. If blue finds that, I mean, red is cooked. And red's trying to get some damage, but can't find any damage with these scouts. And only built 2 of them. And part of that might just be, you know, trying to save their res for Castle Age, I'm guessing. They have a lot on gold, like too much on gold. They don't have a market. They don't need to get a market up. These archers, if they just walked around a little bit, they would see these 9 villagers over there, very exposed. And RebelAntelope needs a market too. They have a market actually. They could sell and go up to Castle Age. Red's actually going up to Castle Age right now. And Rebel did end up selling and is going up to Castle Age as well. And red is actually like getting, you know, kind of evening the odds a little bit. Yeah, Lamechara. How do you say your name? Lamechara? Am I saying that right? Lamechara. Anyway, yeah, you have to press a lot of buttons to do a lot of things. They didn't. I mean, honestly, these guys might actually find these villagers. These villagers are moving over to stone, though. But yeah, they did a really good job of like, you know, control groups and attack stance and different, like the whole wheel thing. The whole wheel concept is really good. But yeah, it is a lot of buttons to press. It is a lot to remember. I'm working on a video now that's going to be like an advanced controller technique video. That's going to have like everything that you need to learn, and I'm doing it in like levels, so like level 1, level 2, level 3. And hopefully we'll just have everything in one place for people to learn it. All right, so Castle is in for red. Red needs to make something that can really change the tide in their favor. It looks like they're trying to go for a castle drop, which I don't like, actually. I think you need the army to defend it. They're actually going for a second town center, and they rang their town bell. Why did they ring their town bell? Honestly, ringing your town bell is one of the worst habits any new player can make. These are gonna. This TC I think is getting found and it's gonna get denied. It's only a handful of archers, but they're doing a lot of work. But he is getting crossbow and bodkin, so I think we're gonna see a lot more archers coming out. And crossbow is in, bodkin is in. And I like the crossbow bodkin, but I think you want to get university and you want to get ballistics too. Ballistics is like so important. Ballistics, honestly, in my opinion, is more important than bodkin. If you're missing your shots, it doesn't matter how much damage you do. And a very aggressive, undefended castle drop. I do like sending the 10 villagers. If you're gonna go for it, you gotta go for it. I don't know if there would have been a better location. I don't know if he could have snuck it in on this side. I don't think so. I think it's too big. But let's see if this goes up. I think it will. I don't think blue has the army to defend it. But it doesn't actually cut off that much is the issue. They're going to have to go for a second castle. Which I don't have the stone for now. Blue's getting a second TC up. And a university up. And I like Blue's comp. I like a lot. They do have a ram as well. And they're moving towards Red's base. This castle's up, but I'm not sure what it, like, it's ranging to, like one farm and, like, the tip of another farm. So it looks like they want to get more castles. But Blue's reacting to it, actually. Like, Blue doesn't need to react to it yet. Like, Janissaries are going to come out, but they could just move towards that TC, but they're sending their ram to deal with this. So I guess it's a good castle because it's causing a lot of a reaction. Janissaries, do they get any siege bonus? They don't. Oh, they do. They get +2 damage against rams. So that's what I thought that, but I wasn't sure. So yeah, no. Might not be the move. Yeah, so each bullet is doing 2 damage instead of like the normal 1. In a defensive castle from red, I mean, the Vil count is pretty different right now. It's 45 to 33 in favor of blue. Yeah, Limachara, you have to use the advanced controls for sure. Even if you don't use all of them. I taught my buddy recently, you can actually, I don't use it, I don't recommend it, but for like a newer player, you can like auto lure the boar, which if you're learning the game, like someone like learning the game, I know you're not, but like someone learning the game, he says it just like, it helps him so much from having to think about it. And yeah, Blue's ram is actually running away, trying to get some repairs on it, because it would go down to those Janissaries. And red really, like, is down 20 villagers, is not queuing up villagers. Is completely focused on this push. This is where, like, as the defender, as the blue player, you feel like red is doing so much better than they actually are, because you know they're sitting 20 villagers behind. But like the castle and the Janissaries, it just feels like a lot of pressure. You just have to trust that you have the better economy. Trust that you can make the units. And this castle for red, I like a lot for red. Very aggressive. And blue's gonna use these rams as like taxis, it looks like. This castle is placed. I don't know what villagers were sent to build it. Okay, just got deleted, the foundation. And these are just the leftover pikes. They're causing a bit of a disturbance at Red's base. And this castle is an awful castle. This castle does absolutely nothing. Blue deleted the walls, try to get in closer. They actually took the crossbows out. Maybe they put them in there by accident. I actually liked the crossbows in there. I think Blue is reacting to this. Maybe it's an okay idea to do it, but I think they're reacting to it a little too much. Just because these castles don't really take away a lot from you, and they're... Ooh, that's going to be bad for Blue. All right, so Blue reacted to it. They tried to go for the mangonels. Maybe they didn't see the mangonels before, but they tried to go for the mangonels. And these mangonels can push this TC. Blue's expanding. I mean, Blue, I think is being very patient. And, you know, when you have the eco lead, it gives you the ability to decide when you want to take a fight. And they don't need to take this fight. I think that they should just be attacking. And that's what they're doing right now. Perfect. There was a conversion. Not sure where. Over here somewhere? Yes, Monk went for a conversion there. And these rooms, they're trying to get in there, but actually... They actually really can't. There's just not enough space for the Rams to walk through. They did change, like, the size of the Rams, like the game size. Not like what you see, but like what they actually like bump into each other, and you can get through tighter spaces with them. Since like the last patch, this castle I don't love it, but it's, you know, it's something. This castle from Red, okay. I'm not sure if it's gonna go up because these crossbow are right here, denying. Janissaries are in position. Monk out there converting a villager. Monk goes down. This castle will go up, actually. And then that TC will go down, so. And I like what Blue did. Blue waited, got the castle up. Now the villagers can't come out and kill the Rams because there's a castle there. They're going to come out and try to kill the Rams anyway. But the castle should... Ooh, so Blue made the mistake of targeting the castle with their castle, it looks like. Okay, yeah, they made the mistake of targeting their castle. They swapped it, it looks like. But it was stuck on the castle for a little bit long. And now Blue's actually in a tough spot on this side. Oh, there was some raids. There must have been some raids happening. Red is lost like 20 villagers. Hang on, I'm just going to go back and see that. When did that happen? So they're at 42 villagers here. 42, 42, 36. So it was like... Oh, these... It wasn't a raid. It was the opposite of a raid. Oh, jeez. Red. Ugh. Ouch. Man. Alright, so... Caught back up there. Jeez. So Red chased those Rams, and now it's... I'm going to speed up this a little bit. We're talking 50 villager difference. I mean, Red still is, like, making moves here, but if Blue has confidence that their eco is better, they don't have an answer for these Janissaries. Janissaries are kind of just walking through their base. They're expanding, adding another town center. Just moving. But they need an answer for these Janissaries is the issue. And Red has a pretty small eco, but Red's on auto eco, it looks like, I'm guessing. I'm not sure. I can tell at the APM at the end of the game. And these Janissaries and Mangonel are just like waltzing through Blue's base here. And another castle for Blue and Red. Imp is coming in for Blue. Once Imp is in, and a couple Trebs come out, I mean, that should pretty much be the game. Because there's not a world where Red gets to Imp. I mean, there's just not a world. Like, there's no way that Red can get to Imp. And these Janissaries are down to 5. Still 3 castles over here. And Blue's going to get to Imp, and I think some Trebs are going to come out, and then I think Red's going to call it. Thumb Ring coming in for Blue. 2 Trebs in queue. I'm guessing 1 from each castle here. Yep, I guess those are only castles, so. And Red has taken over this area a little bit. But yeah, I mean, these Trebs, they should just take down these castles and then the town center and then the rest. But Red did come back. Adio did come back a little bit with their eco. They're up to, well, still 5 Janissaries. We have 16 crossbows for Blue here, for Antelope. The Monk was going for the Mangonel conversion, didn't get it. 1 castle down, 2nd castle's gonna go down, then TC. And Red still has hope because they're like pushing this side so much. But Blue can just... I would take that TC down. I think that, like, I get trying to, you know, stop this push here, but I think take the TC down. Because you should know at this point your eco is much better. So taking down the TC would be good. Cataphract is out as well. Okay, TC down. Castle down. I think if Blue just kills these Mangoes and Janissaries, I think that ends the game. But Red's got a lot of fight. I like the raids too. From Rebel here. Now Blue just has to kind of march and take down these castles. Oop, I clicked on the thing. Clicked on the thing. KD's over here, by the way. 98 to 53. Imp come. I guess there's a world where Adio gets to Imp. Oh, will they have any castles left when they get there? Maybe one on this side and one on the other side. And Blue did a really good job of taking care of the castles. Like, overreacted a little bit, but you know, not too much. Yeah, 1 castle left. 24 seconds till Imp. I mean, there's another castle on this side too. But Red doesn't have the eco to support the army. Ooh, that Mangonel almost got that foundation there. And Blue's over here getting some stone. And at this point, I think Red should know that the game is pretty close to over, but they're still holding on. Treb's rolling to go down to take this castle out. Treb's over here. Yeah, Red's down to 37 villagers. Let's have a Treb out, though. And a Bombard Cannon out. So, in theory, there's a chance. And that Red has no castles, has 2 TCs, has 38 villagers. They're getting heavy plow, but they just called the GG. Good game to the homies there. Adio actually had a more kills and a higher KD, but hung in there pretty well, just not enough. Let's see what the next game holds. They're not on auto eco, 6 and 8. 16 APM for RebelAntelope, not bad. Not bad at all. Give me 1 sec. Let me see if I can find the next game. Let me see if it's already finished or not. Hang on. So let me put this in here. So RebelAntelope is up 2-1. Okay. Give me 1 sec. Let's see if I can find the next game. So that was unmired. I think they might be still in the next one. Yeah, they're still in it. So let me open up a main. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can get this game here. Yeah, I think the economy was just never there for Adio. They were always down. They were down 20 villagers, and then it just never could catch up. But let's see. It should be Adio. Adio 0001. They should be in the game now. Let me look for it. Yeah, they're playing on Mirkwood. Should come up. Let me look up Rebel. Okay, here we go. All right, so they're 12 minutes into it, so we're gonna catch up to real time here. So this should be good. This should be good. Okay, cool. Tatars and Magyars playing on Mirkwood. I'll slow it. I'll double speed it, but I'm not gonna go like full speed. All right, let's see what we're working with here. Looks like they might have found each other. Also, red has not found blue. It was right next to blue. Blue has not found red. So they're very close to each other, but they haven't actually found each other yet. RebelAntelope is up 2-1, and they just found the houses over here. Houses don't always mean that their town center's nearby, though, because some players build their houses with, like, a starting ville. So if that's the case, then you don't know. Red way out here with a mill. Jeez. Yeah, blue doesn't know where the TC is. They have no idea. They have no idea. And the Ants and Ryan set is going on right now. I can switch over to that if no one's streaming it. Okay, so I'll figure that out. So it looks like blue found red. Did red find blue? Red hasn't found blue yet, actually. And we're in real time right now. This is live action. And Rebels in feudal age. Magyars and Tatars. Tatars I don't like on this map. I like maps with more hills when you're Tatars. It just... You get a hill bonus. You get a hill bonus. It just makes sense. So Ants and Ryan are starting right now. They're playing on Nomad. Doesn't look like anyone is streaming. I might switch over to that. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm gonna switch over to that. Hang on, let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Sorry, Adio and RebelAntelope. I'll cast it later. I'll catch up to it, but all right, I'm spectating it. Ethiopians and Italians. Ants v. Ryan. All right, let's see what we got here. Eater of Ants and Ryan P. We're catching up to real time here. I'll go 2x speed. We're at 9 minutes already. Ethiopians and Italians. I can put their elos up in there too, actually. Hang on, I have their elos. Give me 1 sec. I'm just putting their elos in real quick. Ants is, Eater of Ants is 1346. Ryan is 1470. Ants plays way above her elo, by the way. Ethiopians and Italians. So Ryan actually got lucky / unlucky. He's in the middle pond here. Ants is going for another boar. They're at 12 minutes. 12 minutes, you know, so they're on their way to feudal age. Let's see if we have a lot of fishing. We have a lot of fishing. Let's see what the Fog of War looks like. So Ants does not know where Ryan is at all. Maybe they lost a boar or something over here at the dock. And Ryan doesn't know where Ants is either. They also lost a boar at their TC, or like a sheep or something. So anything is possible. And we should be pretty close to real time here. They're at the 30-minute mark, so we're a little bit behind. But we're gonna keep speeding up until there's like a fight. I do want to get to this. I do want to watch this. This should be a good game. Ants going up for Castle Age. No fighting yet. No units on the field for either of them. A couple of skirmishers being made for Ryan. Ryan's going up to Castle Age. And we have archers for Ants. So maybe he saw? I don't know what they've seen so far. Still doesn't know. Still doesn't know where her base is. Ants doesn't know where Ryan is. Man, usually by this time you know. You have like an idea of where the other person is. But right now they still don't. Like they still have no clue. Second TC immediately for Ants. Ryan's almost up. Ryan is fishing in this center area. Peaceful fishing for both of them. Neither one is really trying to fight yet. Ryan is going ahead and making a second TC. We have crossbow and town watch coming in for Ants, and also fishing lines. Hasn't actually fought on water, but is just getting so much value out of those fish. Ryan's getting a little less value. These are mostly shore fish, only shore fish right now, left over in this pond. And the archers are here. I'll keep it on 2x just for like a moment here. We'll go regular speed. And Ryan was trying to put a siege workshop up. Ryan going for some skirmishers, but needs to mass them. Does not have enough. Ethiopian crossbow, shoot faster. Probably the best crossbow in the game. Needs to get ballistics, though. So last game, 2 games ago, I think, right? Did Ants win 2 rounds? Is that right? Yeah, they beat Zupu in the second round, I think, right? Or like the first round, but they had a play-in game. And their issue is they had a play-in game, against Jay Birdie, right? No, I gotta look at this up. I'm just not remembering anything. Bot can come in. Ants just like notoriously did not get ballistics, did not make enough houses, and I told her after the game, I said, get ballistics and make houses. So let's see if she's gonna listen. I don't think so. It looks like not. It looks like my advice. People give me advice and I ignore it. So. Siege Workshop going up for Ants. This is going to get found, though, by Ryan. Ryan might be able to deny this if they're paying attention. And these fishing ships are getting very inefficient. You do want to go ahead and make fish traps if you can. And Ants is getting a little less efficient too, so she's going to need to make another dock like up here or up here. But no one really wants to fight on water, it seems. Scorpions coming out. Scorpions could be strong, but there's a mangonel. And Ryan probably doesn't want to show that mangonel until something comes out of those siege workshops. That makes, like, using the mangonel worth it. But he's shooting at the siege workshop. Might get a lucky shot, but if... The problem is the Scorpions can come out, and they can't really snipe this mangonel. But the archers can, though. Like, this crossbow can definitely snipe. And Ryan doesn't know what's in there yet. It could be a mangonel, it could be a scorpion, it could be a ram. Like, he has no clue what's actually in there right now. And the fish traps are coming up. And Ants did not want to try to micro down the mangonel. The Scorpions are going to just get ejected if, yep, and I think that's just what happened. They got ejected and they went down. Oh, that's a big loss. But look at the villager difference, though, 70 to 46. Ryan going for the classic low mid elo play of a forward castle. And why not? There's nothing to punish you. And Ants is a... Oh, she's trying to go in the back over here. Getting cavalry armor. Does have ballistics. Okay, so she listened to me. All right, Ants. I appreciate that. I don't even know where the university is. I'm looking for it, but I'm happy that you have it. Oh no, she doesn't have ballistics. I'm blind. I'm sorry. If she had ballistics, I'd be happy. I'm still unhappy. Did not listen to me. Ants getting a little bit of value over here. These archers have 8 kills, but Castle's gonna go up in the face. It's not on the TC, but it's on some of the gold. There's siege up here. It's on one of the production buildings. It's on some houses, so it's not a terrible one for sure. And Ants is going for some camels. Camels are gonna do pretty well against what Ryan's making, actually. Ryan's making skirms and has a couple of scouts out there. But fighting under the castle with the camels is gonna be bad. And Ryan's making the moves here. But even if you just ignore the fishing difference, there's 60 vills to 20 vills. Ants is up. Ants is on 3 TCs. Ryan's on 2. Ants hasn't been housed that I've seen, actually, which is surprising. Okay, so for now, Ants is making university, and I don't know if this is just to go to Imp, or if... I mean, she's nowhere near Imp. She has not nearly enough food for it. So it might just be to get ballistics, I'm hoping. Although at this point, I don't know what kind of value you're going to get out of it. And Ryan's just he's just gonna stream these castles in. That's why he's on stone. Classic. And Ants is kind of going to sacrifice some camels, try to get some vill kills. Doesn't get any vill kills. Genoese crossbow are out. Genoese crossbow, you want to stop making any camels at that point. As soon as you see one, like, that's enough. Don't even bother making any more. And another castle. Ryan doesn't know where to place it, though. He's trying to figure it out. Ants is going up to Imp. She's up 62 vills to 37. Plus she has like 20 fishing ships. And she built the dock over here. So that's actually a really good dock. Because you get it right in the corner. You get all this fish pretty efficiently. So, I mean, she should cook from here. Ryan has more army, has forward castles. So Ants needs to like figure out a way to cook. But she should cook from here. Like this should be a straightforward push. Just needs to make some army. Only has the 10 crossbow still, or yeah, crossbow. Needs to decide on what she's making. As Ethiopians, I mean, stick with the crossbow. No reason not to. There is some siege. Do Ethiopians get bombard cannons? They do. So maybe bombard cannons would be the answer to the siege. Still no ballistics though. Gobs, how do we talk to Ants about getting ballistics at some point in her games? It's like she doesn't know that it exists, and it drives me absolutely crazy. But she's cooking right now, though. Ryan has a couple forward castles. Still really good fishing for Ants. Ryan is not even thinking about fishing. He has the fish traps here, which is nice. And ballistics is coming in for Ants. So ballistics is in. But the crossbow are all dead. So Ants might be thinking, yeah, she's making more crossbow. I mean, it makes sense. You're Ethiopians, you're in imp first. Oh, Arbiter knows. Arbiter is aware of that. Listen, people give me advice after every game, and I still make a lot of the same mistakes, so. Yeah. She just, you know, you just got to get a little earlier. You know, she got it this time. Other games she hasn't gotten it at all, so. Putting down some archery ranges on the right here. I'd like to see some bombard cannons from Ants. Ryan is the Italians, which is an interesting pick for Ryan, because he usually likes to go into Cav, and they get the Cavalier, right? They can make Hussar, but that's where they stop, right? And I think, yeah, they can get upgrades. Do they get Bloodlines actually? Hold on. Yeah, they do. So he could, in theory, but I think he wants to stick with like the Genoese. Yeah, he's got Genoese and some skirmishers out there. And a stable for Ants. I don't know. If you see Genoese crossbow, I don't know why you'd want to add a stable. It seems like, I don't know. It seems like an interesting move. And the Genoese are in here. Ants has 24 light cav in queue. From how many stables? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stables. These actually have nothing in queue, so I'm not sure where the 24 are in queue. All right. I mean, Ryan doesn't have that many Genoese crossbows. He's down at his last 2, actually. And we have a forward castle from Ants. Ants is going to smother this economy, it looks like. Ants is going to send in as many of these 24 light cav that get made. And it's just going to wreck Ryan's economy, I think. And villagers, 69 villagers to 49. So 20 villager lead for Ants. And there's castles here, but they're not actually really doing much right now. Some scorpions to defend. I mean, this is definitely Ants' game. Another town center for Ants over here. And the light cav are just coming in and raiding, killing all these villagers. And I wouldn't have thought that the light cav was the move, but Ants, she knew the play. getting conscription. Ryan's still in Castle Age, so I don't see any way Ryan gets back in this game unless he can just mass up the Genoese crossbow and he can maybe defend. He's getting a castle up, but I don't see how he's gonna be able to push any more than he's already pushed. And Hussar coming in for Ants. I learned recently Hussar isn't that great of an upgrade. Like, I don't remember what the difference is. It's like one more attack or something than Light Cav. And the castle's up. Ryan's down to 39 villagers. Ants is 74. But the Genoese, if the Genoese get massed and if Ants is like stubborn with making Hussar, that could be a problem. That's the only way I think Ants could throw this, is if she just stays on cavalry when there's just nothing but Genoese crossbow there. But I think she's smarter than that, though. I don't think she'll do that. And even if she does, the economy is there where you can throw units away. 24 on food. How's the fishing ships? She's really good adding docks. Ants really is a great Nomad player. I've seen her play Nomad a few times, and she plays it pretty well. Need some more. Oh, there's a trebuchet inside of this castle. I don't know if Ants forgot about it or if it just got made, but that needs to move forward, try to get some kills here. And Siege Workshop going up. Wheelbarrow. 45-minute wheelbarrow. Imp coming in for Ryan. This is his whole army here. 7 Genoese. And the castle's going down in the back. He has 2 more castles here he could make Genoese crossbow out of. I think the economy is just too far gone for him. And he's too surrounded, but anything's possible. Great castle on that hill. Like that. And Ants is moving forward with some trebs. Has some scorpions in the back here. Generals get a siege bonus. They do not. They do get a anti-ship bonus. Ants going for these forward castles here. Yeah, I mean this is beyond GG at this point. Ryan's gonna get to Imp, and he has gonna be maybe 1 castle. And he's down a 36 villagers to 94. G to the G. Check out some stats real quick. Really, I mean, on that map and in general, the water is the difference. Yeah, Ryan's on auto eco still. Military APM 9 and 7. Okay, let's see if there's another game to find. Let me put in 1 win for the future Nomad winner. Okay, I'm gonna see if they have a second lobby up yet. I was a little behind that game, so they might already be in the next one. Let's see. Adio and RebelAntelope are still playing. Elmo and Snugglypuffs / Buttweiser are playing. Morris and Turtle Tank are playing. There's a lot of games going on. All right, Eater of Ants and Ryan P. We're going to stick with that. They're playing on Mirkwood right now. All right, so they're 6 minutes into it. So we'll catch right up to it. All right, we're going to catch up to real time. 6 minutes on Mirkwood. Not going to miss much. All right, so this is both of their visions. I'll switch it to just one. So this is what Blue sees. Doesn't see Ants yet. Ants doesn't see Blue. All right, now we're in real time. This is happening right now. I'm gonna keep this vision on until they find each other. Yeah, if I had to pick a winner of this ahead of time, I might say it's pretty close. But after that first game, though, I don't know. It could go either way. Ryan is much better with cav civs and much better at fast castling. This is a much better map to do that with, so let's see if he can do that here. Like, he chose Italians in that last one, and I don't think that's a really that good of a pick for Ryan in particular. So Ants is fishing over here, has 3 fishing ships. Ryan is fishing over here, has 4 fishing ships. So kind of similar. Ryan still does not see Ants' TC. Ants does not see Ryan's TC. So I was the Incas here, and I tried to kill the fishing ships with the Champy runners and or the Champy scouts, whatever the first one is, scouts I think. And they're too fast. You can't. I could only catch up to them when I killed the dock, and then like I fought with them at the dock. But really, like you get a couple hits and then they run away. They're just too fast. The fishing. Let's see if Ants has found Ryan yet. Still has not found Ryan. Not doing a good job scouting, Ants, actually. She kind of forgot about scouting a little bit. Does have the fishing here. Feudal coming in for Ryan. Ryan's at 21 villas. It looks like he's going to play Feudal Age. Ryan's not adding any more fishing ships right now. Yeah, no, you were, Gobs, you're 100% right. I did lose on this map, so yeah, I mean, nothing I can say. You told me, I gotta listen. I'm stubborn like that, you know, I gotta learn for myself. They do kill the dock, though. Like, killing the dock was pretty easy. They still don't know where each other is. Ants is finally scouting over here a little bit, scouting on this side a little bit. I would like to see maybe Ryan add a few more fishing ships on the way up. Looks like he's adding 1 right now. So he'll be on 6 fishing ships. Ants is on 7 fishing ships right now. Ants is also on the way up, minute and 23 left. Ryan still has not found where Ants' base is. And Ants is very close with this little chicken. But they still don't know where each other is. And a little bit less idle TC for Ryan right now. He's at 39 seconds. Ants is at 1:07. Ants is playing as Magyars, by the way. Ryan's playing as the Persians. And we have scouts coming out. I like this matchup a lot better for Ryan. Ryan feels much more comfortable with this Civ. He's running down here as if he knows. I think he might have seen that his herdable got taken down here. And now he should know. He should know exactly where she is. Stable going up for Ants. Ryan's going for the armor first on the cavalry. I think that's the wrong move. I think you always go attack on the scouts. Ants queued up some spears. $28 vills to 24 vills. That Persian faster TC is definitely working in Ryan's favor. Did stop at 6 fishing ships. Nothing wrong with that. We'll see if Ants keeps going with fishing ships or not. He's garrisoning the dock, so the dock can actually shoot arrows at this this scout. It's so weird. The docks are shooting arrows when they're garrisoned with the fishing ships. Like, it makes sense, because they're just another TC, essentially. But what we'll see. Yeah, Ants is under a lot of pressure here. Ryan, pretty decent little scout rush. Only sent 2 scouts. Only got the armor upgrade. Tell me if I'm wrong, but the armor upgrade should be the second one you get. If you get it at all. Like, I like to just go in with scouts, do a little bit of damage, and then, you know, make the next play. If I'm going to continue into, like, knights, then okay, I get it. And I think Ryan would do better making a few more scouts here. He's trying to just avoid these pikes. If he had a few more scouts, you could just kill him. There's only 2, and you could force Ants to make more. But pretty good control for Ryan. Ryan's really paying attention. These villagers they were taking hunt over here. Ryan's on a decent amount of gold. Ryan's almost ready to click up, actually. Ants isn't really close to clicking up. And Ryan's scouts are still alive. And the mill so that these villagers can take the fish, take the hunt. It's a good mill. Ants does have 8 fishing ships versus 6. And Ryan's going up to castle. Yeah, Ryan's cooking right now. This is Ryan's game to lose, in my opinion. Yeah, guys, that makes sense. Yeah, if you want to, if you're going up against like archers, yeah, you want to have some armor for sure. Ants is going for horse collar. So horse collar works on farms before they're built now. Hang on, can I go back a second? Check this out. This is so cool. So 8 seconds. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. The farms have 1,400 food, and they immediately go up to 1,900 food. How cool is that? And Ants is forward with some scouts here. Now Magyar scouts they get the attack upgrade for free. Well, they don't get the attack upgrade. They get +1 for free, and then they can get more. So the Magyar scouts should be better in this fight, actually, if they are going to be fighting. But Ryan's going to have knights out pretty soon. Ants has just clicked up, so about a minute and a half ahead of time. And we have fletching coming in for Ryan. And double archery range. Okay. Are we going to see cav archers? Is that what we're going to see, or are we going to see archers? I mean, sent every single vill to build those, but got them up before Castle Age is in, so that's pretty good. Let's see what Ryan's making here. Getting double bit axe now. So delayed some of the upgrades here. Double bit axe doesn't have horse collar, doesn't have wheelbarrow, but is up first. So we'll see if that hurts or not. Yeah, Cav Archer's coming out for Ryan here. Do Persians get a Cav Archer bonus? Parthian Tactics is available, that's it. Okay. Cav Archers are very good units, though. I think they're very good Nomad units. Another stable coming up for Ants. Ants has the Magyars. I guess is gonna go. Just straight knights. I guess that's the plan. All right, Ryan's massing up the Cav Archers. Has 4 already. They're moving out with 4. I like that. Town center going up. They're close enough to the town center to defend. Ants is scouting the map, like, pretty extensively, actually. Like, real quick, I just want to see her. I just want to see her vision. This is what Ants sees. Yeah, Ants really scouted this map a lot. And Cav Archers are in. Now we're getting some of the upgrades for Ryan. Horse collar coming in. Yeah, Ants is in Castle Age. What is she making right now? She's going straight knights. Ryan! Ryan just missed out on like probably 4 or 5 villager kills because he was using A instead of X. I mean, let's see how Ryan's micro. His micro was pretty good when he had the scouts. Let's see how it is with the Cav Archers. So far, terrible. This is really bad, actually. Luckily, he actually selected all army and has the spears in front, so that could have been worse. If he sees these fish, he can kill every single one of these fish right now. Ants is scouted this entire map. And Ryan on the auto eco building fish traps, that can easily get killed by like 1 scout. The problem is Ants doesn't really have the ability to like focus on this and focus on those scouts over there. These villagers are running off to go somewhere else. Probably did she place a TC? Because she doesn't have the wood for a TC. So I don't know where they're going. Yeah, this is getting snowbally though. All the fish can die. Ants going forward on an attack. I mean, it's probably the right move. And Ryan's cooking here. This is really good for Ryan. Ryan's chasing with some archers. These Cav Archers look like they're... Yeah, Ryan's definitely like a select all army guy most of the time. But if he leaves these here on stand ground, Ants is going to be in trouble. Okay, so these villagers went over here to build a town center for Ants. And this, honestly, these knights that came forward were just like running distraction mode. 3rd town center for Ryan. Ryan's cooking. Ryan's cooking right now. He's sitting at 59 eco. Yeah, and Ants wants to kill this. Killing the fish traps and killing these fish would be huge. That's a big difference. Whoa, 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 where are you going? She's regrouping with like another set or something. Oh, that's devastating. These knights could have done so much damage. Now Ants sees them. They must have been just regrouping. There's only 3 though. Two TCs for Ants. Ants has 6 fishing ships still. So Ryan didn't do as much damage as could have been. Cav Archer still at the front. Scorpion's on defense for Ants. Villy's getting out of control in Ryan's favor, though. Yeah, Echo Katie is 10-2 in favor of Ryan. So he's up 8. He's up 8 Vils from actual like killing them, and then the rest is just idle TC and building them. Ants was right here with her knights though. That would have been a very good. All the herdables gathered over here. I mean, there's 2K food on those herdables right there. They just have to get underneath the town center and get eaten. And it looks like Ants is going for another TC. I mean, a lot of these are kind of risky. Like this TC was super risky. Just sent the Vils out there with no defense. This TC, same thing. Still actually is short on wood right now. Probably has to buy it or just wait. I mean, if you wait 8 villagers on wood, it's going to take a while. These are not the most efficient. Ryan with 9 cav archers up front. And it's trying to micro. Ryan trying to micro. It's a micro battle over here. I mean, these knights should do decent against that. I think Ants is trying to raid or something. And then the TC finally goes up. These villagers were standing still for a long time. The efficiency on these villagers was 42%. I think that counts the last minute, yeah. So they were standing still for over a minute, and there was like 10 of them. So that's not good. And those go down. Ants, it makes me so mad that Ants had her cav over there. And we're talking about a 20 eco difference. Ryan getting wheelbarrow. Pushing with siege in the front. I don't know where Ant is sending these knights. They keep like running out in this direction. And I don't know what they keep going towards. Like I think she's just sending them into raid, but like one at a time, sort of. Like it's kinda like where's it going? Let's see. It's running through the eco. Okay. And so she's just sending it in. This is like a raiding technique. Just put a knight there and hope for the best. And Ryan's going for a forward castle. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely his. This is like the opposite of last game. This is Ryan's game to lose. Like he's in full control right now. This TC is fully abandoned. All these farms. Fully abandoned farms, 900 food left on them. They're going to all be wasted. And great awareness for Ryan to come over here. Let's see if Ants reacts to this. But again... Okay, so Ryan's actually controlling that because he turned the corner there. But the castle's going to get some of those. Ryan doesn't have a lot of military, actually. He has a lot of eco, but his military is pretty low. Just this mangonel and... some spears, and he's got a couple things here. Like, neither one has any military right now. But you don't need military when you have a castle on your opponent's base. And Ryan's going imp. I mean, good timing on imp for sure. If he can go imp, he can make some trebs and just make enough units to protect him. He can pretty much kill everything over here. Still never found this TC. Everyone forgot about this. I would love to see this taken underneath a TC. I mean, at this stage of the game, I know farms are more efficient, but still, 2K free food. Like, maybe, yeah, like Lemchar, you said that Ants doesn't have the food for these upgrades. Well, maybe if she took that 2K free food over here, it would have been good. It's amazing. There's all right, 99 eco to 71 eco. 2 army to 0 army. This is amazing. Yeah, Limchar, I think you're right. I think that's what she does, and it just happens to be not not working. Just to say that it's not working right now. It is still 2 military to 0 military. Like it's an incredible situation of the military. It still has some fishing going on. Not very efficient, but it's still there. Ryan has these fish traps. Fish traps at this stage of the game are definitely pretty good to have. And we're going to see Trebuchet immediately from Ryan. And Ants is going Imp with 0 military. I guess at that stage of the game you feel like you have to. Cavalier coming in for Ryan. I think we're going to see Savar coming in after that. We're getting the next armor upgrade. There's still another armor upgrade for Ryan available after that. Ryan doesn't have any attack upgrades on his knights. I take it back. He has +1. I'm sorry. He has +1. And then there's still 2 more upgrades, and then there's 2 more upgrades on the armor. And Ryan is in his comfort zone right now. He's got the stables set up. He's going to tech into Savar. He's going to be able to make as many as he wants. He's first to Imp. I mean, this is definitely going to be it. And it's just making some knights. Another treb. I'd like to see some more trebbing going on. Some more trebs being made, for sure. Ants has expanded her eco like crazy here. I don't know if she can come back in eco being down that far, but to be honest, the military is just starting to get there for Ryan. Like, he's teching into Savar. He has 9 Cavalier on the field. He's still missing the last upgrades. And Ants is going for an attack. Could snipe every one of these farms. Oh, I want to see it. I want to see it. Is she paying attention to this, though? Or should she just send them? She just sent them. She just sent them. I mean, a lot going on over here. Not paying attention over here either, though. These villagers not garrisoned. Let's see. Yeah, 120 eco to 66 eco. I like Ant's, like, massive separation of her town centers, though. I mean, if there's a way, there's no way. But if there is a way, it could be that she delays Ryan from finding and killing her until she can get to, like, 120 villagers and then make a bunch of, like, halberdier, maybe. Assuming Magyars get halberdier, which they do. Like, that's the only thing I could see working, but I think that's a little far-fetched. I mean, I think once you see Savar come in, I think you just call it GG. I don't think you you try anymore. We have 20 Savar on the field, and we have 3 Cavalier on the field for Ants. And they're still missing the last 2 blacksmith upgrades, the Savar. So they're gonna only get stronger. I think Ants knows that it's over now. I think she's gonna call it any second here. Down to 46 vills. Still has some Cavalier trying to get some raids in. I think it's too late for raiding, though. And you can look at the score. 8,000 to 5,000. Ryan's killing those farms. Fishing is still happening over here. Ants forgot about these. This would be a good time to, yeah, call all your army or something. But the nice thing about, like, Savar, like, this late game is you don't even need the Trebs. Like, you can just take everything down. And we have the final armor coming in for Ryan. Not that he needs it, but, you know, why not? And the final attack coming in for Ryan. Ants, for some, I mean, she's really holding this out here. There she calls it. G to the G. And let's put that in. So 1-1. Ryan and Ants. And that was real time, so give him a minute to get a lobby up. Yeah, really good job from Ryan. Really, really good job. Just smothered Ants. Didn't give her any chance to really, like, get her economy going or anything. Like, there was just no way. All right, give me one sec. Give them a second to get it all going. And I will go into this. Into this. All right, I'm gonna grab a little water. Be right back. ¿Qué haces? ¿Qué cosas? All right, they got a game. Mired. Let's see what we got. All right, we got game 3 on Mired. Let's see. Ants Mongols, love that. Ryan Teutons. Okay. I'm going to go regular speed. We can speed it up after the fun happens. This is both of their visions, like, combined. So Ryan went pretty far back, which isn't terrible. You get a little bit of a safer space, but it does delay your villagers a little bit, and he's down 2 villagers compared to ants just based on that. They have no idle TC time. Let me change one thing. Sorry about that. Let's do that. Okay. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, Ant's going for the multiple lore. Let's see if she can pull it off. Not easy. But there's so many boars, you might as well. The trouble with this TC location is, like, the boars don't always go where you want them to. Like, this boar here is really tough to take. There's 2 under the TC and then 1 just outside the TC, so that's pretty nice. Let's see how Ryan's doing over here. Ryan not getting as good of a start. At all. Way less food coming in. Ant did idle her TC a little bit because of, like, the sloppiness of it all. That makes any sense? I want to see how far this game is into it. So it's 8 minutes into it. Let me speed it up. Let's get to real time. Why not? Yeah, I don't like... now that I think about it, I don't like Ryan's TC location at all. It's just too hard to get these boar. And these boar are so valuable in the beginning. This boar's dead. I don't even know how that happened. And Ryan is messing with ants a little bit here. Ryan's going for 2 boars for 1. All right, let's see if he can do this. Let's go to real time. Hold on. Or regular speed. He doesn't have the confidence to bring him under the TC. Has to kill another one. All right, I mean, luring 2 boars at one time is pretty tricky. Let's go to their individual viewpoints. So Ryan does not see Ants' TC yet. Let's see what Ants sees. Ants does not see Ryan's TC yet. So they kind of know. I mean, they saw where the villagers were going. You know, they sort of know, but not exactly. Ryan still no vision. I think Ants is maybe going to get vision in a second. Let's see if Ryan responds. Let's see if Ryan sees this. And... nope, no garrison. Horse runs right through. So Ants knows where Ryan is. Ryan still doesn't know exactly where Ants is. Res collected is massively in favor of Eater of Ants. I don't know if you guys see this. 1,500 res collected for Eater of Ants. 678 for Ryan. So, yeah, that's a big difference. And part of that is the Mongols, obviously, getting the hunt bonus. But then part of it also is Ants had her TC up first. Ants has way less idle TC time. And she was just going for more boars. So, yeah, what are the Teuton bonuses here? Cheap farms, okay. Town centers, garrison, barracks, and stables have more melee. Monks more healing range, murder holes, herbal medicine free. Yeah, I don't love the Teutons here. I don't really see a whole lot of bonuses that I would want to use as the Teutons. Ryan still doesn't know where Ants is. Ants can click up. I'm not sure if she does. She's like missing a building. Lots of times on this map, you don't build your mill very early. She did build a barracks. All the villagers are on the wrong side of the barracks. And then some more houses coming up. I mean, pretty good base layout for Ants here. This game, sometimes it'll go to like imp, like late imp, but I feel like lots of times it gets decided in Castle Age. So like I don't know if like the Teutons have, you know, the cheap farms is like the main thing that's good about them. I don't know if that's like your biggest advantage here. So I don't love that pick. Mongols, much better nomad pick, much better on this map, I think. And you can see it in the res collected. It's getting a little closer now, but it's still way in favor of Ants. But let's see what Ryan does with it. Ryan's on his way to feudal. Ants is going to be up in feudal about 30 seconds ahead of time. She already has a barracks up. I think we're going to see a stable and some scouts right away. Ryan. So these like foxes, you really want to take them. You get really quick gold income from them. Stable coming up. I wouldn't mind seeing that stable being put up with 2 villagers, but hey, one's better than none. Coming up right away. The timing on that should be pretty darn good. Ryan's going to have to probably make spears. Doesn't have a barracks yet. Is on stone. On stone. Why would you want to be on stone? Is Ryan trying to fast castle? Why would you be on stone right now? Is he trying to tower rush? He's trying to tower rush. Okay. All right, so the Teutons, as I learned recently, they can shoot more arrows. They can shoot garrison up to 10 villagers, and they can shoot up to, I think, like 8 arrows. So, like, plus 8 attack, I think it is. 6 villagers forward, tower rushing. So let's see if this works. It's going to disrupt Ants for sure. She wants to make scouts and she wants to go attack. She's running right towards the villagers. Actually got in front of him and blocked them. Actually, that was pretty good. But I think you're going to throw the scout away, though, if you leave it there. Yeah. Yeah, she wanted to try to delay that tower. There was just the timing was off. There was no way to delay that tower. This tower you could delay, though, I think. Because only 1 tower is ranging it as opposed to the 2. But, yeah, Ants is being very impatient here, though. And a lot of disruption here. Now, the only thing I don't like about this tower rush, okay, is, yeah, the towers are decent range, right? You still want to get a blacksmith and try to get an upgrade. Ryan's building a market because his economy is going to be terrible. But their bonus is that they can garrison more. So if you're building towers and not garrisoning them, you're not using their bonus. And then at that point, you know, why not pick a different civ, I guess. But maybe it's probably going to garrison them eventually, but also only has 6 villagers here to garrison, so it's not like I think the difference between 5 and 6 isn't much. Yeah, and Ants is on the way to Castle Age. She has to decide what she wants to do about these towers. You know, maybe a few knights would actually handle this pretty well. Are Mongo step lancers or knights? I sometimes always forget. Yeah, they get knights. And Ryan's going hard on the towers here. And this TC's garrison, so like Ants is actually getting hurt pretty bad. With that many towers, I think you either just decide to give up this TC, or you put a lot on stone and you get a castle up and you try to take them out with the castle. But yeah, Ryan is all in on this tower rush here. And the problem is the TC is not going to really go down to these towers. Like, it's going to take forever. So, you know, you just basically denied these 4 farms in these 2 tiles of gold. You know, Ants can just move to the back. She can make another TC back here. Building a house. But, I mean, Ryan will never get to Castle Age like this. And 1 castle properly placed would take out, you know, 5 of these towers easily. And Ryan's almost building the towers too fast. We have a town center coming over this way. Thanks, Zupu, for the follow. Appreciate that. Okay, so Ryan came over here because he kind of suspected there was another TC. Now, this tower could be denied if Ants notices it and goes towards it. It's not going towards it. She has 1 knight in this stable. And, I mean, economically, this is actually working. Like, Ants is at 26 vills versus 33 for Ryan. But she did click up to Castle Age, so she couldn't build vills for a while. But even with that, her idle TC is really bad. Behind this, though, Ryan's idle TC is terrible. He is getting some farming. These farms are cheaper. So it does make sense. And you know, eventually, like, this town center will go down. And Ants is fighting this off, which is what you should do. And there's only a handful of villagers here, and a knight's going to clear the rest of them up. I think that's the end of Ryan's tower rush. So I think Ryan needs to give up on the tower rush now and just kind of play it straight. If he's confident that he did enough economic damage, which maybe he is not. You know, I think this is actually a pretty cool strat. It's a pretty good plan. It's just, what do you do after this, right? Because I've tower rushed. It's fun. It's very disruptive. But at some point, you have to pivot and make army. Like, at some point, you have to pivot and you have to, like, you know, go into something. And, I mean, if you look at the res collected, like, Ants was up, like, 600 res collected earlier. Now she's up, like, 300 or so. And villager-wise, 26 to 35. Like, I mean, Ryan's kind of cooking here. Ants is on 3 TCs now, though. So once she gets enough on food and she can bang out villagers, like, it should be fine. And he's going for a castle here, which is actually, like, honestly, this is playing in favor to what Ryan was doing, because you're forcing a defensive castle. You're forcing a castle that isn't going to range all of these towers anyway. Like, these 2 towers aren't ranged at all. This one's not ranged. This one's not ranged. This one's not ranged. It only ranges 2 of these towers. I mean, at least right now, even with like this purple line here is the one that's the castle, and even with, like, fletching and bodkin and all that, like, it got this one. It's not going to get that one. It's not going to get that one. It's not going to get that one. It definitely won't get that one. So, like, I would say that's playing right into Ryan's You know, playing it right into Ryan's hand here. And Ryan just took the res collected lead. So, like, things are working for him. I don't know if he has the confidence that this worked, though. Because he didn't kill, I think, like, very many villagers. I don't think he killed any villagers, actually. Ryan has 0 villager kills. So you build that many towers and you get not a single villager kill, you do not have confidence that what you did worked. And Ants was up to Castle Age first. And Ants has the town centers, just needs to get the production going. Like, doesn't have anything in queue right now, villager or army. Only has 12 on food. Like, I don't think Ryan knows how effective that was. And going for a second TC, which is a good move. Some knights moving forward can be very disruptive, though. And these knights need to probably get some kills here. And Ryan never got fletching behind all of that. I mean, I really don't like... If you're going to go that hard on towers, like, you have to get fletching. It's the same thing, like, if you make... You know, if you make 10 archers... Like, if you make 10 archers, then... You have to get fletching. Like, if you make 10 towers, you have to get fletching. Like, it's just... It doesn't make sense not to. And Ants just pulled up in the villager lead. Just took the res collected lead. Ryan going for a third TC. Ants going for a ramp. Like, I mean, that's still like that's still playing into the hand of Ryan here. Like, she wants to deal with all these annoying towers. And, you know, one ram should take care of all the towers, realistically. But, like, double bid axe coming in, horse collar just coming in. Ryan has both of those already. So, like, Ryan has, and he has the cheaper farms, and now he's on 3 TCs. And the villager is, you know, 1-to-1, one behind. Villager count. So, like, this really worked pretty well. I wouldn't say it worked better than a scout rush would have worked, but it worked fairly well. So let's see what Ryan has in plan. He's making some knights. And we have a camel, which Ryan can see the camel, actually. So interesting that the Ants went into a camel. Oh, I guess she saw these knights here, so that makes sense. Ants needs a garrison. She needs a garrison. She's not paying attention to this. She's not seeing this. Where's this camel going? Ants' gather points are bizarre, man. I don't know what to say about them. Like, I think she puts these gather points pretty far away. And Ryan's running. He has 3 knights. I mean, 3 knights should take care of 1 camel. You know, I know camels have bonus, but you still have 3 knights there. You don't have to run so far. And these towers are going down. Somehow in the mix to that, though, Ryan got up 9 villagers. And it's 3 TC versus 3 TC, but Ants is just, like, not queuing up villagers as efficiently as Ryan is. I think this is where, like, the cheaper farms are really coming into play. And we have 24 farms over here with horse collar on them. And camel goes down. I think Ants is it's got Ants in the pants right now. I think she's a little concerned about her situation. This is, for anyone just joined, this is game 3 of a best of 5. This is a Nomad tournament put on by SoloGhost. And this is on Mired, which would have been Ant's pick, I believe. Yeah, it would have been Ant's pick. Ants won game 1 handily. Ryan won game 2 handily. And this is... Game 3 is a little bit more even, actually. It looks like Ryan's taken off in the villager count, though. He's doing really well with the eco upgrades. He clearly feels very comfortable with the Teutons. That's why he chose them. I still don't love the tower rush. Like, it worked out pretty well in this case, so I guess it was fine. You also, when you tower rush, like, you don't really want to tower rush the TC. You want to tower rush something else. I just heard a follow. Thanks for the follow. I don't see who it is, but thank you for it. McGinns, thanks for the follow, McGinns. Appreciate it. Ryan loves forward castles. I've never seen anyone love forward castles more than this. There are 9 Mangudai here, and I think these Mangudai should handle this. But there are some knights here. Can the knights delay the Mangudai from killing the Vills? It doesn't look like this is not going to go up, I don't think. It's at 82%. There's still 5 Vills working on it. Is this going to go up? I don't think so. 91%. This is going to be at like 98% or something. 96, 97, 98, 99. It went up. Wow. Ants could have rushed that with some Vills or something, but wow. I'm amazed that that went up. I am amazed that went up. I mean, that's pretty tough. Ants is definitely thinking about camels, I think. And Imp coming in for Ryan. Ryan is cooking right now. 78 villagers to 66 villagers. Ryan is cooking. He's getting the forging for his knights. Get a little attack upgrade. He's getting some villager kills now. After being tower rushed, and now Ant's getting a... She had a great comeback. Probably felt like she was doing pretty well. And then Imp is going to come in, and that's going to be it. I mean, there's no way. I say that the camels could take care of everything that Ryan wants to make. If I was playing, this is what I told Ghost. I said if I was playing Ryan, I would go every camel civ against him because all he wants to make is cavalier or cavalry. And Ryan getting every economic upgrade, man. He is feeling it. He is feeling life as the Teutons. And Ant's trying to go for a little bit of a counter raid. 60 Vills to 86 Vills, and Imp is coming in. Ryan has all the eco upgrades, except for he's missing a couple. Yeah, no heavy camel for Mongols. That's going to be tough in Imp. You're right about that. I assume. I'm not going to look. And Ryan's using that market, too. Ryan is like... Yeah, he's working that market. He's selling food, getting wood. He's got 42 farms, so he has the income. And he's running away with the Mangudai. Yeah, with no heavy camel, that's gonna limit how well you can do here, but it also might scare Ryan a little bit. If Ants wins a fight or two, Ryan might rethink making cav. All right, I'll look at the heavy camel. Cavalry. Yep, they get heavy camel. They get heavy camel. You can see it right here. They're missing the last armor upgrade. Is the only thing they're missing. But they get heavy camel. So suck on that. So yeah, heavy camel definitely can change things. Gobs, you would do terrible in the quiz show we're gonna have one day. And we got Cavalier coming. I mean, Camel's not scaring. It's not scaring Ryan one bit. 30 vil difference right now, too, so. But Ant's got a nice little raid here, though. I mean, if you get the right raids, you can do something. But if we have a forward push, this is what Ryan wants to focus on. Ants wants him to focus over here, but it looks like he's not being distracted. I don't know where this trebuchet is going. Trebuchets sometimes have a mind of their own. I don't know, Gobs. Dude, some of these guys know way too much about this game. Ants regrouping up her villagers here. I mean, a little closer. Still down 26 villagers, but a little closer. It was 30, I think, at one point. And Ryan with Cavalier. All right, here's quiz show. Do Teutons get Paladin? Lock in your answers. Do Teutons get Paladin? Let's see. This castle's going down. Hard raid coming in. Camels. Ants is thinking about Imp. Doesn't have the gold for Imp. Doesn't have the villagers. All right, let's see. Let's get to it. They get Paladin. The Teutons, they get it. All right, Ant's coming in. Actually, snipe the trebuchet. All right, do Mangadai have a bonus against siege? Lock in your answer. And they do. And hard raids from Ryan in the back here. Ants does a pretty good job of spreading her eco out. He's actually getting relics behind all of this. Pretty good presence of mind to get relics. But it's eco-wise, it's going to be tough, though. Oh, Ants is sending in her horse. This is her last-ditch effort here. We have Paladin coming in for Ryan. The horse still is on auto scout. Gotta love that. I mean, Ants is holding on to the not pressing the resign button. I'll give her credit for that. But I think this game is over. Hey, look at that. Perfect timing. I love when I call it. Really, I mean, Ryan, who would have expected the tower rush? You know, no one expects the tower rush. Aim time at 43 minutes. 109 vils. Very, very solid for Ryan. Both of them microing pretty hard. And it's 2-1. Ryan over Ants. All right, let me get to... See if they have another lobby up yet. Give them a minute. Nothing up yet. Give them some time. I'm gonna see if I can get an update on like the whole tournament right now. Let me check the chatterette here. Turtle Tank beat Morris in the high elo. Elmo beat Snuggly Puffs. Cool Phil. I hope I'm not ruining this for people. Apparently there's 2 forfeits from Cypher and Koenig, so that's fun. Oh, okay. So they're saying that Ryan had to go. They're going to the next game in an hour. All right. Let's see if there's any other games going on. I think Crazy B-Ball's playing Scully right now. So we're going to do that next game in an hour. Forfeit. Antet's a forfeit. That should be a forfeit. All right, we got Grauple here. So Crazy People for Life and Scully. Let me see what their games have been. I don't know if SoloGhost is already casting this. Let me check. Let me check real quick. So if he is, I don't want to double cast the same game. If he is, I might just come back in an hour. Yeah, he's casting it right now. So if you want to watch this, go. Actually, let me just rate him. That's probably the best way to do it. And I'll take a break here. Let me see. I want to raid SoloGhost real quick. So this is the same game. He's still casting it right now. He's up in real time. It's at 35 minutes. So like a lot of craziness has been happening. There's a forward castle from Scully, some other stuff. Looks like Scully's got this, though.